येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा
Mataji, are you able to see the screen, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, okay. Mataji, is it fine if I keep my camera off? I'm trying.
It's fine, Mataji. It's clear.
Okay. Yes, Gandhi Mataji, you can recite the shloka.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, 10.81. Sabalana Prabhu Kaila Prasada Bhojana Sabare Vidaya Dila Karite Sayana.
Translation, Mataji.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Scroll Mataji. Okay, thank you. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took prasadam with all of them and then asked them to return to their dwellings and take rest. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, what did we learn in the last session? What had happened? Hare Krishna. What did we learn in the last verses? What was happening in this pastime? So the Sankirtan was going on, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, so the Sankirtan was going on and it went on for a long time. And who took the initiative to stop it? Lord Nityananda. So then when the kartar, when the mridanga, or all the instruments stopped and the devotees also stopped doing the kirtan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately understood that all were tired, and so then he took prasad with all of them, and then he's asking now to go to their place and take rest. So who wants to recite the next?
Mataji, 5 slokas, please, Mataji, each person.
You can recite one. Just change the set.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
I'm sorry. Yes, Mataji. Chandana Mataji, you can recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Sorry.
Text
82 Mataji.
82. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Gambhira dware karena apane shayana Govinda siya kare pada samvahana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lay down at the door of the Gambhira and Govinda came there to massage his legs. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, who is next? Any other devotees who want to recite the next shlokas? Krishnamurti Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranams.
Pranams Mataji, it is a scroll Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. You can see now, right, Prabhu?
Oh, yes, I can see. Sarvakala Achayeye Sudra Yama Prabhu Yadi Prasadapana Karena Sayana Govinda Ashaya Kare Pada Swayam Samavahana Tabe Yehi Prabhu Rasesa Karena Bhojana. Translation, shall I read translation, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Translation by C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Vijay. It was a steady, long-standing rule that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would lie down to rest after lunch and Govinda would come to massage his lap. Then Govinda would honor the remnants of food left by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna
Thank
Mataji.
you. Swati Mataji, you can recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Sabhadvara Yudhi Prabhu Katya Chena Shayana
Katiyachena Shayana
Katya Chena Shayana Bitare Yai Tenare Govinda Kare Nivedana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This time when Lord lay down, he occupied the entire doorway. Govinda could not enter the room and therefore he made the following request. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna. Padma Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Text 86. Ekapasha ore deha bhitara yaite Prabhu kahe shakti nahi anga jalaite. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Govinda said, kindly turn on one side. Let me pass to enter the room. However, the Lord replied, I don't have the strength to move my body. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Radha Mataji, you can recite.
I'll recite the next one, Mataji.
Sorry, 87 Mataji. You can raise your hands. I can just go on. We can just go on reciting the shlokas.
Bara bara Govinda kahe eka dina ite Prabhu kahe
Anga Ami.
Nari chala ite. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Govinda made his request again and again, but the Lord replied, I cannot move my body. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Krishnamurti Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Text 88. But Mataji, little bit scroll Mataji. Govinda kahe karite chahi pada samavahana Prabhu kahe karavana kara yeyi laya tomara mana. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Govinda repeatedly requested, I want to massage your legs. Perfect. But the Lord said, do it or don't do it. It depends upon your mind. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Gandhimati Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Text 89. Tape Govinda Bahir Pasa tanre upre diya. Bitara gare gela maha prabhure tangiya. Langiya. Translation. Skral Mataji. Okay. Then Govinda spread the Lord's wrapper his body and and in this way entered the room by crossing over the Lord. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Chandana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Is it text 90 Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
पाद संवाहन कैला कटी पृष्ठ छपिला मधुर मर्दने प्रभुरा परिश्रम गेला. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Govinda massaged the Lord's legs as usual. He pressed the Lord's waist and back very softly, and thus all the Lord's fatigue went away. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So now this is a pastime over here, where after performing Sankirtan for a long time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also very tired, and their usual routine is they do the Sankirtan, they have prasad, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes back, and Govinda usually massages his feet, and then he goes to sleep for some time. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to sleep, Govinda goes and has the remnants and the prasad of. So this was the usual routine of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Govinda. So this time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back after doing Sankirtan and after taking prasad, he was very tired. So Gambhira is the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to stay at that time. So as he entered the door itself, he just slept over near the pathway to the door. So he slept in such a way that nobody can just enter the door without passing through his body. So Govinda here kept on requesting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you turn onto one side so that I can at least come inside. He didn't wanted the Lord also to disturb his sleep. So he was requesting the Lord that he didn't tell the Lord that you go inside and sleep. He just told the Lord that you just turn on one side so that I can come inside and massage your feet. But here, actually, Kaviraj Goswami mentions in the coming verses that he was actually trying to see how how his devotees does the service in all terms. So even after requesting for a longer time, the Lord did not move from the place, and he was very tired, so he didn't get up at all. So now Govinda had to do the service. So he was mentioning it to the Lord that I have to massage your feet. So let me come inside. But the Lord did not agree. So, and there also the Lord instincted him that you want to do the service or not do the service, it is up to you. It is up to your mind. So at this moment, what did Govinda think? That it was okay, I will do the service. So what he does, he just covers the we'll see what he does in the verses. Padma Mataji, you can recite the 91st verse.
Yeah, okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. Sukhe nidra haila prabhura govinda japa anga danda dui bai prabhura haila nidra banga. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As Govinda stroked his body, the Lord slept very nicely for about 45 minutes. And then he slept, and then his sleep broke. Thank you, Mataji.
Swati Mataji, you can recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
मोरा निद्रा हायले केने ना गेला प्रसाद हायले.
1 minute, Mataji. You
92.
didn't tell us 92 was
Yes, Mataji. Govinda dekiya Prabhu bale kruddhana aji kena eta kshana achis vashtiya. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Govinda sitting by his side, he was somewhat angry. Why have you been sitting here for so long today? The Lord asked. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
I'll read the next one, Mataji, 93.
Yes, Mataji.
Mora nidra hailekene nagela prasada kaite Govinda kahe dware asuila suila yate nahi pate
Yaite nahi pate.
aite nahi pate. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Why didn't you go to take your meal after I fell asleep? The Lord asked. Hare Krishna.
You can read the purport also, Mataji.
Purport. Govinda replied, you were lying down, blocking the door, and there was no way to go. Hare Krishna.
But no, Mataji, you can recite.
Yeah, which sloka, Mataji? What's the number?
94.
Yeah. प्रभु कहे भीतरे तपे अहिला के माने तैचे के ने प्रसाद लाइते ना कैला गमने. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The Lord asked, how did you enter the room? Why didn't you go out and take your lunch in the same way? Thank you, Mataji.
Swati Mataji.
Govinda kahe na mane amara seva sei niyama aparada auka ki banarake dhamana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Govinda mentally replied, my duty is to serve, even if I have to commit offenses or go to hell. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Krishnamurti Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
96 Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
सेवा लगी कोटि अपराध नहीं गणी स्वनिमित्त अपराधे भाषे भयमानी. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. I would not mind committing hundreds of thousands of offenses for the service of the Lord, but I greatly fear committing even a glimpse of an offense for my own self. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So here we saw how now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sleeping on the doorway, and after requesting for so long, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not purge a way also. So Govinda just covered the cloth uttari of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu over his body and then just passed over Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body and came inside and started massaging not only his feet but the entire body so that the fatigue goes off. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes rest for some 45 minutes over there. And when he gets up, when his sleep is done, when he gets up, he sees Govinda sitting next to him still. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could make out that he has not moved from this place. So he asked Govinda, why are you sitting here? In an angry mood, he is asking, why are you sitting here? Why you didn't have prasad? So at that time, Govinda tells that there is no path to go out. So how would I go and have prasad? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu questions him, how did you come inside for massaging my feet? The same way you could have gone out and had prasad. So what does Govinda replies here? He replies us, and this is a message for all of us, that the service mood of Govinda is been mentioned here. My duty is to serve, even if I have to commit offenses or go to hell. So they are only in the serving mood, that how best they can serve, even if they have to commit offenses or go to hell. And he also mentions, what he mentions, that he does not mind committing hundreds or thousands of offenses in the service of the Lord, but he is having a fear of committing offense only for his own self. So what do we understand here? That in order to serve the Lord in the best way, he is ready to commit hundreds and thousands of offenses. So to serve the Lord, to massage the Lord's feet, if he has to pass on the Lord's body over there, he didn't mind committing that offense, because his intention was only to serve the Lord and like massaging the Lord's feet. But when he has to go out, he has to go out for his purpose. What is his purpose was? His purpose was to have prasad. For that, he was not ready to do the offense again of committing again an offense of passing over his body. So this was the mood of service for the Lord. Similarly, we see the similar instance where there is a pastime when Krishna gets an headache, a very bad headache, and Narad Muni comes to see him, and Narad Muni asks him, what is it creating so much headache for you, and there's no medicine for you at all, and all the queens are trying to give medicine, but nothing is helping Krishna over there. So he asks Krishna, what is the solution for your headache? And Krishna tells, I want the dust from my devotees, from the lotus feet of the devotees. If I apply the dust on my forehead, my headache will go off. So please bring it. So at that time, what happens? Narad Muni thinks, how can I bring dust from the lotus feet of the devotee? Who will give their dust from their lotus feet to apply it on the Lord's forehead? So nobody will give that. Nobody will want to do such offense. So he will go around and ask many devotees, but he does not get it. So finally, when he comes to Vrindavan, when he tells the gopis, they were ready to give the dust from their feet. Because why? Because they were worried for Krishna. Krishna is having a bad headache. Krishna is not feeling well. So they were only worried about serving Krishna and making Krishna happy. So they were ready to give the dust from their feet, even if they have to commit offenses or even if they have to go to hell. They did not bother about that. So such was the love and service attitude of the gopis, and here also it has been exhibited by Govinda. So our mood and conscious is to serve the Lord in the bestest way. So we may not be able to imitate by committing offenses in the steps of Govinda, but we can at least understand the intention behind that. He was ready to serve even if he has to commit offenses or even if he has to go to hell. So that is the lesson we learned from this part. So we'll go ahead. Yes, Padma Mataji.
Text 97.
97 verse.
Yeah. एत सब माने करी गोविंद रहिला, प्रभु ये पूछिला तारा, उत्तर न दिला. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thinking in this way, Govinda kept silent. He did not reply to the Lord's inquiry. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Chandana Mataji, you can recite 98th verse.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. प्रत्याह प्रभुर निद्राया प्रसाद लाइते, से दिवसे रशमध्ये की लागिला चापिते. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It was Govinda's practice to go take lunch when the Lord was asleep. On the day, however, seeing the Lord's weariness, Govinda continued massaging his body. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Lalita Mataji, can you recite? Yes, Swati Mataji, you can go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. Text 99. Yehi teha patanahi aibe kimane mahaparadahaya prabhura langhane. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There was no way to go. How could he live? When he thought of crossing over the Lord's body, he considered it a great offense. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Shobha Mataji, you can recite.
Recite Mataji.
Yeah.
Text 100. Ye sabahaya bhakti sastra sukshama marma chaitanyera kripaya jane ye sabha dharma. Translation. Mataji. Okay. There are some of the finer points to etiquette in devotional service. Only one who has received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can understand these principles. Purport. Karmis, fruitive workers, cannot understand the finger conclusions of devotional
Final
service.
conclusions.
Mataji?
Finer conclusions.
The finer conclusions of devotional service because they accept only its ritualistic value but do not understand how devotional service satisfies the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Karmis view the formalities as a means of advancing in religion, economic development, sensual satisfaction, and liberation. Although these are only material results of following religious principles, the Karmis consider them everything. Such ritualistic activities are called karma. Karmis who adopt devotional service very loosely and who therefore remain on the platform of material activities are called prakrita sahajyas. They cannot understand how pure devotional service is rendered in parental and conjugal love, for this can be understood only by the special mercy bestowed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu upon pure devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So here we can understand very clearly Prabhupada and Kaviraj Goswami has mentioned in this purport that how to do any devotional activities or do devotional service, and that too a pure devotional service, the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very much required. The mercy of the Lordship is very much required. It is not by our greater intelligence or our any other advancing in religion or economic development or any other methods is not going to help. Only by the mercy of the Lord, when our endeavor and when we are in a humble position and serving the Lord shows the mercy over here. So karmis cannot adopt also this, and even if they try also, they remain in a different platform, that also on the material platform only and not on the devotional platform. So that is being mentioned over here. So we'll just go ahead. Yes, Radha Mataji.
Bhakta guna prakasite prabhu bada rangi esa bha prakashite kaila eta bangi. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Lord is very interested in manifesting the exalted qualities of his devotee. Exalted. Sorry. The Lord is very interested in manifesting the exalted qualities of his devotees, and that is why he engineered this incident. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So here they are mentioning about the pastime of how Govinda did the service even if he has to commit offense, because his intention is only to serve. The service attitude is been exemplated here of Govinda. So the Lord does all this type of pastime only to show the exalted qualities of the devotees. Swati Mataji, you can recite next verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji. 1 or 2 text.
Yeah.
संक्षेपे काहिलुनेपि परिमुण्डनृत्य आद्यापीह गायायाः चैतन्येरावृत्य. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thus I have briefly described Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing in the hall of Jagannath temple. The servants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sing about this dancing even now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishnamurti Prabhu, you can recite the next verse.
Shall I recite, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
E Mata Mahaprabhu Lana Nija Gana Gundi Chagrahera Kaila Klasana Marjana
Shalana Marjana.
Shalana Marjana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Accompanied by his personal associates, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and swept the Gundicha temple, cleansing it as usual. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gandhimati Mataji, you can recite.
Yes, Mataji. 104. पूर्ववत् कैला प्रभु कीर्तन नर्तन पूर्ववत् तोताया कैला वन्य भोजन. Translation: The Lord danced and chanted and then enjoyed a picnic in the garden as he had done before. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is mentioning about again the different pastimes. So before the Ratha Yatra begins, they clean the Gundicha Marjana happens in the Gundicha temple. So it is been cleansed. So what do we understand from Gundicha Marjana? When we are cleaning and washing the temple, we are also trying to cleanse our heart. So, and after that, they chant, they do the Sankirtan, and they have a great feast in a picnic in the garden. That is what is been happening here. And yes, Mataji, Padma Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. पूर्वावत रथ आगे करीला नर्तना हेरा पंचमी यात्रा कैला दर्शना. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. As previously, he danced in front of the Jagannath car and observed the festival of Hera Panchami. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So we know about Gundicha Marjana, which happens 2 days before Ratha Yatra. So now after Ratha Yatra, there is something after Ratha Yatra happens, Hera Panchami. That is after 5 days of Ratha Yatra, Panchami. So that is on Panchami. So Hera Panchami. So what is the pastime over here? So during Hera Panchami, now the Lord was considered to be in Jagannath temple, which is considered as Dwarka, and he wants to have a visit to Gundicha temple, that is called as Vrindavan. So he promises Lakshmi Devi that he will just go for a drive with his brother and sister and will come back within a day or two, like that. Then so she agrees and they all go for the Ratha Yatra. But after 5 days also, Jagannath does not come back. Now Lakshmi Devi is worried why he has not come back. So she comes with her soldiers, everyone, and tries to find out in the Gundicha temple what is happening. So when she comes over there, they close the door on her face. They don't allow her to enter the Gundicha temple. So with this, Lakshmi Devi becomes very angry, and the cart which has been placed in front of Gundicha temple, the Jagannath cart, the Ratha Yatra cart. So what does the servants do? They damage the cart. They break the half of the cart at least. And with rage, she goes back. So, and she also uh, beats the servants of Gundicha temple who were serving Jagannath in rage. This is just a pastime which happens here. Now Lakshmi Devi is very angry. In that angry mood, she goes back. So this festival is called as Hera Panchami. Now Lord Jagannath has to do something to pacify Lakshmi Devi. So that time, to pacify Lakshmi Devi, he goes back with the sweets which she likes. So he carries lot of rasgullas and then pacifies her anger, and that is how Jagannath comes back to Lakshmi Devi. Yes, Padma Mataji, you can recite the next verse.
106 no Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
चारि मास वर्षाय रहिला सब भक्त गण जन्माष्टमी आदि यात्रा कैला दर्शन. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All the devotees from Bengal stayed in Jagannath Puri for the 4 months of rainy season and observed many other ceremonies such as the anniversary of Lord Krishna's birth. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji. पूर्वे यादि गौड़ा हाईते भक्तगण आइला प्रभु रे किच्चु कायायते सभर इच्छा हैला. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Formerly, when all the devotees had arrived from Bengal, they all desired to give Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu something to eat. Shall I read 108, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
केह को न प्रसाद आनी देय गोविंद तानी ईता येन अवश्य इह येन अवश्य भक्षण करेन घोषानी. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Each devotee would bring a certain type of prasadam. He would entrust it to Govinda and request him, please arrange that the Lord will surely eat this prasadam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Swati Mataji, you can recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Text 109. Keha paida, keha nadu, keha pita pana, bahu mulya uttama prasada, prakara yara nana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Some brought peda, maybe, a coconut preparation. Some brought sweet balls. Some brought cake and sweet rice. The prasadam was of different varieties. All were very costly. It is peda only, no Mataji?
It is here as Paida. Maybe some other name in Oriya or Bengal, Mataji.
Okay,
Chandana Mataji, you can recite.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Text 110. Amuke divache govinde govinda kare nivedana dari rakha bali prabhu na kare na bhakshana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Govinda would present the prasadam and say to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this has been given by such and such devotee. The Lord, however, would not actually eat it. He would simply say, keep it in storage. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Radha Mataji, you can recite.
Okay, my text 11. Darite gharare barila eka kona shata janera bhakshyat yatha haila Sanchayana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Govinda kept accumulating the food, and soon it filled a corner of the room. There was quite enough to feed at least 100 people. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Padma Mataji, you can recite.
Yes, Mataji. Text 112. Govinde re sab puche kariya yatana. Ama datta prasad prabhu re. Ki karaila bhakshana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All the devotees asked Govinda with great eagerness, "Have you given Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the prasadam brought by me?" Shall we read the other one also, Mataji?
Okay, Mataji.
Kichu kai Govinda kare vanchana, Paradina Prabhu ne kahe, Nirveda vachana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When the devotees questioned Govinda, he had to tell them lies. Therefore, one day he spoke to the Lord in disappointment. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishnamurti Prabhu, you can recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji. आचार्यादि महाशया करिया यतने तुम्हारे कहा ऐते वास्तु देना मूरस्थाने. Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Many respectable devotees headed by Advaita Acharya make a great endeavor to interest me with varieties of food for you. Shall I read 115, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
तुमी से ना कहो तांड्रा पूछे बारा बारा काता वंचा काता वचना करीमो के मैंने अमर निस्तारा. Translation by C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki jai. You do not eat it, but they ask me again and again, how long shall I go on cheating them? How shall I be freed from this responsibility? Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Gandhi Mataji, you can recite this.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu kahe adivasya dukha kane mane kebaki diya che taha anaha ekane. Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "Why are you so foolishly unhappy? Bring here to me whatever they have given you." Purport. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura explains that the word Adivasya refers to one who has been living with another for a very long time. Govinda was addressed as Adivasya because he had been living with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for a very long time, whereas other devotees, who were mostly new, would come and go. In effect, the Lord told Govinda, "Since you have been living with me for a long time, you should not be foolishly disappointed in this situation. Bring all the food to me, and you will see that I can eat it." Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Swati Mataji, you can recite.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. एता भाली महाप्रभु विशाल भोजने नामधारी धारी
Vashila
गोविंदा
Bhojane.
Koshana. Mataji, are you able to hear me?
Eta Bhali Mahaprabhu Vashila Bhojane.
एता बाली महाप्रभु वाशिल भोजने नामधारी धारी गोविंदा कारणी वेधने. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat down to eat, then Govinda offered him the preparations one after another, and as he did so, he spoke the name of the person who had given each one. Shall I read one more, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
आचार्यरायै पेड़ पानसार कूपी यही अमृत गुटिका मंडप कर्पूर कूपी. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. These preparations, paida, sweet rice, cakes made with ice cream, and also amrita gutika, manda, and camphor have been given by Advaita Acharya. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So here they come from West Bengal, and they stay in Jagannath Puri with the Lord during the rainy season. And so to please the Lord, so they come up with different preparations. And each time they come and give it to Govinda, who usually gives prasadam to the Lord. So, but each time, whenever whatever preparations they have brought it, and when he wants to serve the Lord, just tell him that to keep it aside. And so each and every devotee, whoever came to uh, Jagannath Puri, they brought or they made some of the other items and gave it to Govinda. So how much it was accumulated? On one corner of the room, the entire corner of the room was occupied with all the preparations made by various devotees. And to just they wanted to know whether the Lord had tasted their offerings or not. So they used to ask Govinda. And Govinda at that time was feeling that if he tells them no, the Lord has not eaten, they might feel bad. So thinking that, he used to tell yes, yes, the Lord had it very well. But now each time they used to bring some or the other items, and he had to lie there. So now he felt that this is becoming very serious. Now I have to do something about this. So he goes on with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and tells that there are lot of prasad which has come and it has not been accepted by you, and the devotees are just asking whether the Lord had it or not. So when are you going to have this? So, and I'm very concerned and I'm feeling very guilty. So Govinda was feeling very guilty that he is lying to the devotees that the Lord had prasad. But here the case was different. So then the Lord tells, okay, you need not become worried about these things. I will have all the prasad. You get me all the prasad. So at that time, now Govinda, you can see in coming verses that how he remembers who has brought what and all various items to the Lord. So now he is bringing all the items. So in this verse, we can see that how what Advaita Acharya has brought. He has brought some paida, which is mentioned here as some coconut preparation, some sweet rice. Then there is cake, which is made with cream and sweet balls and other types of sweet, and a pot full of camphor. So he remembers, Govinda remembers each item prepared by the devotees. So he is going to serve, and before serving, he is mentioning which devotee has got this. So now he has mentioned about Advaita Acharya. So we'll quickly go through the other items. Yes, Chandana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. 119.
Yes, ma'am. श्रीवासा पंडिते राई अनेक प्रकारा पीठपान अमृत मंडा पद्माची आरा. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Next, there are varieties of food, cakes, cream, amrita manda, and padma chini given by Srivasa Pandita. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
You can recite the next verse, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Text 120. Acharya Ratne Rai Sabha Upahara Acharya Nidhi Rai Aneka Prakara. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All these are gifts of Acharya Ratna, and these varieties of gifts are from Acharya Nidhi. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Swati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Text 121. Vasudeva Datterayi Murari Guptera Ara Buddhimanta Khanera Vivida Prakara. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And all these varieties of food have given by Vasudeva Datta, Murari Gupta, and Buddhimanta Khan.
Yes. You can read the next verse, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. श्रीमान सेना श्रीमान पंडिता आचार्य नंदन सांसा भरदताई करहा भोजना. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. These are gifts given by Sriman Sena, Sriman Pandita, and Nandanacharya. Please eat them all. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Lalita Mataji, you can recite next verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji. कुलीना ग्रामेरा ये आगे देखा यता खंडवासी लोकेरा ए देखा तता. Translation by Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Here are the preparations made by the inhabitants of Kulina Grama, and these have been made by the inhabitants of Khanda. Should I read?
Okay.
Should I read?
Yes,
Babu?
Mataji. You can read. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. ऐसे सबरा नामलाया प्रभुरा आगे धरा संतुष्ट हाया प्रभु सब भोजन करे. Translation by Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this way, Govinda gave everyone's name as he put the food before the Lord. Being very satisfied, the Lord began to eat it all. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So we saw who and all brought the food for the Lord. You can remember the names. Who was the first?
Buddhimanta, Advaitacharya.
Advaita Acharya. Then Srivas Thakur. Yeah, sorry. Srivas Pandit. And who was the next? Vasudeva Datta. Nandanacharya, Shriman Singh, Shriman Pandita, Buddhimanta Khan, Murari Gupta. So all of them have brought some or the other varieties of food. So you can just imagine it will be more than 100, right? So, and actually it has been mentioned, the varieties may be more and it could be eaten by hundreds of devotees. And now all these preparations made by the devotees, now our Govinda is serving the Lord with all this. And the Lord is also having it very happily. So, yeah. 123, Krishnamurti Prabhu, you can recite. Sorry, we finished that, I think. Yeah, 125 and 126.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
यद्यपि माशे करे वासी मुक्ता नारी केला अमृत गुटिकादि पानादि सकला तथापि नूतन प्राया सभा द्रव्य रस्वादा वाशी विशुद्ध नाहे से ये प्रभुरा प्रसादा. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. The hard sweets made of coconut, mukuta narikela, the sweet balls, the many kinds of sweet drinks, and all the other preparations were at least a month old. But although they were old, they had not become tasteless or stale. Indeed, they had all stayed fresh. That is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Padma Mataji, you can recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Text 127. Shata Janera Bhaksha Prabhu Dande Ka Kaila Ara Kichu Ache Bali Govinde Puchila. Within a very short time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ate enough for 100 people. Then he asked Govinda, is there anything more left? Next also, Mataji.
Yes.
Govinda Bali Raghavera Jali Matra Ache Prabhu Kahe Aji Rahu Tata Dekhi Mupache. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Govinda replied, now there are only the bags of Raghava. The Lord said, let them remain today. I shall see them later. Thank you, Mataji.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So, the Lord ate enough for 100 people. So, this is how we can see the Lord's power also over here. So, the Lord can eat numerous times what 100 people can eat. The Lord has exhibited here within a very short time. He had all the food items which the devotees had brought to him. And after that also, he is asking Govinda, is there anything more left? Now I have finished everything. Is there anything more left? So what does our Govinda replies? That there are bags of Raghava. So there is also a great pastime of Raghava in the coming verses that we can discuss tomorrow. So we will end here. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo Tanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namo Ananta Koti Vaishnavi ki jai.
की जय प्रभुपाद की जय
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Delos.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. We can leave Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad pranam.